Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play The Witcher 3. We are still doing the last wish quest and I think we have to catch ourselves a djinn now. So let's go back to the top deck and see what Yennefer has planned here.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the djinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Tame djinn, vrif kaishta en gaia, kaishta et disglair, gevired mi castle.
That's our djinn, and right, I have to
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
fight it now. Well, let's see. Okay, well this shouldn't be too difficult. What the hell are you doing?
Just a bit more. I can feel his strength waning.
I'm doing fine. I'm on it. I'm on it. Oh, and now it teleported over here. There we go.
Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a djinn can remove another djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free. You are free!
Interesting choice of words. I mean, she was talking to the djinn, but maybe she meant Geralt. No, free to make his decision again.
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
Alright. So, feeling better?
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a djinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, I was kinda curious about this myself, so I definitely wanted to do this myself too.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me, that I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed. Okay, so here we go. This is a point where we make a decision. And I mean, I knew that this decision would come up sooner or later. And after the last episode, I was pretty sure that it would come up today. But that doesn't really make this any easier, to be honest. I have been thinking about this a little bit, and I mean, it's an important decision, so I will talk a little bit about this for a few minutes, so please indulge me. First of all, I will say this. A while ago, I have been talking about the Triss Romance, and a decision made by the writers that I thought was kinda odd, and that was the fact that they decided to make that romance at least partially scripted, so it was just part of the game whether you wanted to or not. And I stand by that point that that is kinda odd because it would not have been necessary. I feel the game, all of the games, would have worked perfectly if the Triss romance had been completely optional. And if the relationship between Garrett and Triss had been friendly only. I mean, they gave Garrett amnesia for a reason, so that you could, choose a different path, and you don't have to, go back to your old relationships. But yet they, forced parts of that relationship into the game anyway. And as you know, I didn't really like that, because, I was going in one direction, and the game was going in a different direction. And in the end, it made Garrett look very inconsequential. With the Yennefer romance, you have sort of a similar situation, but in this case, I can understand why it has been done like this. As I mentioned last episode, amnesia doesn't make Garrett's wish go away, so that wish was still there and the Jinn's magic was still there. So it makes sense that, the moment that Yennefer appears, Garrett is just all over her, whether the player wants to or not. So, yes, I understand why it was done like this, but even though I understand the reasoning behind it, it doesn't really help me personally, from my personal experience, to, get into this romance. So I don't know if this has been apparent in the last episodes, or if you haven't noticed at all, but I was not extremely emotionally invested into this relationship. And that's not really because of the romance itself. As a matter of fact, I thought that, some of the flirty banter is kinda charming actually. And it's not really about Yennefer herself as a person either, because, to be honest, I think I'm only seeing a very small glimpse of her person here, and most of that is determined by the story and, her desire to find Ciri, whatever it takes. And I mean, in general, I do like a woman who knows what she wants and who knows how to get it. So I feel it kinda hard to, pass judgment here if I only see her in that short amount of a time. So it's not really about the romance, it's not really about Yennefer, but just like I never really could get into the Triss romance, I never really could get into this romance, largely because I didn't choose it, The romances, they were just there. They were presupposed, and I just had to go along with it. And I could never really grow into it. I could never really grow to like it. I just had to, sit and watch it. And, I mean, during the Triss romance, I kinda reacted to it by, trying to stay out of it, trying to back out of it, only to find out that the game was kind of following its own narrative here, and that I probably end up with her anyway. And so I decided for the Yennefer romance to take a different approach and to engage more in the romance and to go along with it a little bit more, because, I thought maybe I just have to play along to really appreciate it, and I should give this romance a fair chance and not, try to back out of it right away. As it turns out, I really needn't have bothered, because, yeah, there were some moments where I actively had to engage in that romance, like there was the unicorn love scene, and I suppose that is optional, I could have opted out of it. But for the most part, the romantic interactions between them are basically on autopilot. I didn't really have to do anything here, they were just doing it. And again, it makes me feel kind of detached from what's going on, because I'm only watching it, I'm not really playing it. It's like, this is okay if you're reading a book or if you're watching a film, because you don't expect to have any sort of influence on that. But if I'm playing a game where I'm used to make decisions, where I'm used to play, it's always kind of odd to suddenly see, your character go off on his own and do some stuff that, you didn't really choose. And like I said, it makes me feel kind of detached from what's going on, and it was intriguing to watch, but I was not really emotionally invested in it. And so I wouldn't really choose his romance just for that sake. I have been pondering whether I want to pick it anyway, just for the sake of the story. Even if I'm not personally interested in it, just to see how it goes, and because I think it makes for a good story and so on. And I do think that it might. And as a matter of fact, if I had to choose between Triss or Yennefer, with no other option available, I think I would actually go for Yennefer, because I think that she probably fits him better. I kinda liked what he said about that he's not made for peace and quiet or something to that extent. So yeah, I can totally see him take the more challenging and difficult approach. So I can see that. So I can see why it would be interesting to play the romance just for the story. But on the other hand, I also feel that I should not force myself to do something in my first playthrough, because it should be what I really want. It should be kind of natural, and I shouldn't do something just because. I always said, in previous games, I'm not going to have a romance just to have a romance. I want to, feel something for it. And yeah, long story short, I'm just not feeling it here. And I think that's probably because, I didn't choose this romance. I'm not familiar with the books, which for one part is because I simply didn't have the time to read them before starting this Let's Play. But it's also a conscious decision on my part not to read them, because I want this game to be my own, and I want to make my own decisions, and I don't want to be quote-unquote burdened by all that backstory in my head. Because I honestly feel that I enjoy this game more if I can just freely roleplay it, and if I don't have to play a character by somebody else's parameters, which, were laid out in the books. So I think if I want to continue to enjoy all the aspects of this game, I just need to do what I think is right, which may not be what Canon Garrett would do, which may not be, what makes for the best story or whatever. But, just because I feel I want to do this. And to be honest, I really like my lone wolf Garrett. And I know that, rejecting Yennefer means that he's basically going to be alone for, I don't know, maybe the rest of his life, and maybe he's going to be miserable because of it. But that's a witch's life, right? So I think what he said about, not being made for peace and quiet and stuff like that could also apply to him just staying alone. There is a certain tragic element to it, and I actually like that. That, you say, due to his lifestyle and his profession and maybe personality, he isn't meant for, domestic life of any sort. I suppose you could say that in my case he kinda had one attempt at domestic life, which was with Shani, and that didn't work out at all. I mean, she basically dumped him, right? That's the vibe that I got from that codex entry. That she was like, nah, that's not working out, let's just end it here. So after that, maybe he just decided, okay, this is not meant for me. And it was really only, the Jinn's magic that, kept him bound to Yennefer. And now that this is gone, it gives me an opportunity to say, okay, we're going to end it here, and we're going to leave Garrett alone. Which is kind of sad, but I think I like it that way, and I think it fits him quite well. Witch's lifestyle doesn't really lend itself well to that sort of relationship, I suppose. So yeah, too long didn't listen. The bottom line is, I will not take the Yennefer romance. Not because of the romance itself, not because of Yennefer, but simply because, I just feel that this is what I want to do. And I'm afraid I will have to break her heart now, which is probably going to be terrible. I didn't like breaking Triss's heart, and I don't like breaking her heart either. So, sorry Team Yen, I think I'm going with Team Garrett here, or Team Forever Alone, I don't know. And yeah, let's just get this over with, okay?
Sorry, Yen, but magic's gone for me.
Truly? But how is that possible? I still feel the same. You should too. I don't understand. What does this mean?
Means the Jinn granted your wish.
Yeah.
Right. Fine, good. Glad we got that over with. We know where we stand, at least. Naught left for us here. Let's go.
Wait. Magic's gone, true, but that doesn't mean I don't like spending time with you.
Well, this is just as awful and
Let's
awkward
sit
as
a
I
while.
feared it would be. But at least we're done with it, and hopefully there's no more ladies whose heart I have to break in this game, because this is terrible. Alright, there we go, it's done. And he totally friend-zoned her.
Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima.
I don't know, should we make it even more awkward by talking about it?
Yen, what happened back there?
Please, Geralt. There's nothing left to say.
Alright,
I'm off.
fair
Me
enough.
too. I'll collect Uma from the Baron, then we'll ride for Kaer Morhen.
I shall join you as quickly as I can. Farewell.
Alright, alright.
So long, Yen.
Well, I am glad that I finally got this over with, because I knew this wasn't going to be pleasant, and it was not. You know, when I had to break Chisel's heart, I didn't really feel that responsible for it, because, you know, if it was for me, I wouldn't have picked that path to begin with. So, after, you know, getting her hopes up for 2.5 games, I had to turn it down, and I feel, you know, I didn't want this to begin with. Why are you so sad now? I'm sorry, but this is not what I wanted. But, you know, in Yennefer's case, it's just how it is, and I can't really change the fact that, you know, the relationship was there, and I just had to accept that, and it feels terrible to end it, but for the reasons that I mentioned in my long rant, I think I had to do this. Alright, so now that this is done, we can go back to the main story, but I think I want to start this in a separate episode. And since there's still some time left in this one, we may want to look what else we want to do. I have a few loose ends that I can finish up on Skelliger. I don't know if I want to finish the fist fighting, maybe. This is actually back in Valen, I believe. I have to go back and see what happened with the second ship. I have this quest over here on Skelliger. I have no more contracts, and I mean the treasure hunting is something that I will do off camera. So either I will take care of my few remaining quests, or I will try to visit some of these places over here. Where exactly was the fist fighting? Okay, it's actually on Skellige as well. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not go to this place, finish the fist fighting, and maybe explore the island a bit too? And after that, we will go back to the continent and take care of the main story, which is we have to find Uma. And while I'm here, I don't know if I want to put something in my stash. I usually stash all my runes in here because there's really no reason for me to carry them around. I have a bunch of swords in my stash, mostly because at the point when I put them here, there was no merchant with enough money to buy them. So yeah, let me do some quick inventory management here, and I will bring you back once I'm done, and then we will probably, do some stuff on Skelliger. Alright, I have emptied my inventory a little bit. I still need to go and sell some stuff at some point, but I think that can wait for another day. And, I mean, since she's still here, maybe we can actually talk to her.
Geralt?
Apparently so, yeah, so let's talk about the past.
Ever think about the past? About your time with the hunt?
At times, I'm amazed we survived. Eridan's not usually one to leave witnesses behind.
That's just it. He didn't. Lost my memory when I escaped the hunt.
Ah, yes. Your famous amnesia.
You didn't have it?
For a short time only. Once the Emperor's mages got their hands on me, my memory quickly returned.
Oh well, that's actually quite a few questions. So what do you remember?
When the hunt had you. Hope they didn't hurt you.
Even if they did, I've no memory of it. The whole time's but a string of phantom images. Blood and fire. A wild chase through different worlds. All shrouded in fog. Though I do remember you coming for me. Trading your life for mine. I hadn't the chance to thank you then.
You'd have done the same for me.
I'm touched by your certainty. But you've yet to tell me how you escaped them.
Wouldn't mind knowing that myself. There are times I remember rushing forward, red riders around me. Next thing I know, I'm in the woods at the foot of Kaer Morhen. That's it.
Yeah, I do hope that we will get some answers on at least some of these questions during this game. So, do you know what they want from you?
What did Eridan want from you exactly?
The same thing he wanted from you. You don't recall?
Draw a blank on most of my time with them.
We were bait, Geralt. Both of us. Eridan believed Ciri would come for us sooner or later and he would capture her. Fortunately, she didn't fall for it.
Alright, I see. Well, that answers at least one question. So, and what happened in Nilfgaard?
How do you go from being the Emperor's hostage to being his ally?
One day, the door of my cell opened, and instead of seeing the usual officer, I saw Emir. He promised to release me and grant me free reign of the Imperial Treasury, provided I did what he asked.
He told you about Ciri, and you accepted his offer. Why?
Shared aims make for strange bedfellows. I knew I had to find Ciri before Eridan did, and if any man had the power and the means to help me, it was the Emperor. Besides, once all's said and done, he is her father.
Alright, I see your point. And why didn't you look for me?
Why didn't you look for me after you'd recovered your memory and your freedom?
I assumed you would recover quickly and find me first.
You had mages to help you. I was on my own.
Well, not entirely. Besides, I knew you'd fled the hunt. Eridan would never have let you go. He'd erased my memory, but you escaped. It was wholly possible he hadn't had the chance with you. And there were your Witcher mutations. I expected they'd stave off any serious injury.
Alright, I see. What we talked about earlier...
Still can't get something out of my mind.
And
What?
what would that be? Oh, well, apparently I found something that might be yours. Not exactly sure what he's talking about, but let's see.
Found something that might belong to you. That skull some sort of accessory? If so, you've changed your style a bit.
It's a weapon.
Don't remember ever seeing you with that.
It's as you said. I've changed my style.
I think he was talking about that bird skull that we found at the beginning of the game, right? Okay, so, now you got it back. Anyway, that's it for now.
Thanks, Yen. See you later.
And, well, I don't even know why I got XPs for this. But I leveled up from it, which is actually a good thing. So, yeah. I guess we can spend the rest of this episode tying up a few loose ends. So let's go to Skelliger and compete in our probably finally fist fight. I mean, he's a Skelliger champion, right? So we can finish that up. Alright, now we are on Skelliger. And I mean, while I'm here, I may want to see what else is going on. And we do have an inn over here. So I guess that would be worth checking out. I do not see a notice board, however. But I will have a look at the inn. And see if we can find anything of interest in there.
A storm, damn it.
This is not the right entrance, is it? Actually, it has to be. There's no other one. Right, let's see. Yep, this is
It's true what they
proper
say.
door.
No cure for trouble like a witcher.
Is there an innkeep?
Greetings, stranger. Have a drink with us.
Yeah, show me what you got.
What are you offering?
Oh, well, he has Gwent cards. I still need one, so that's actually more than I need. I will take them all, of course. And, yes, achievement unlocked. Apparently I finally found all the Gwent cards. Yay, quest completed. Well, this was actually quite a complicated quest. This took a really long time to do this. But I managed to do it, so why not celebrate the occasion by having a game of Gwent?
Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
As a matter of fact, I guess we can finally try the monsters deck, right? I've never played with this one before. Let's see. I guess I will take this Arrakis and I don't know, the rest should be fine. Yeah, I'm not going to take the ghouls and neckers, they are not very strong. I don't know, let's just try it. What about my leader card though? Pick any weather card from your deck and play it instantly. I mean, I currently only have clear weather cards in my deck, so this would basically be like my Fortis card where I can clean up the weather. So this isn't so bad, I would say. But what else do I have? Double the strength of all your close combat units unless a commander's horn is also present in that row. That is not bad because I have a lot of close combat units. Discard 2 cards and draw 1 card of your choice from your deck. Restore a card from your discard pile to your hand. Well, interestingly enough, I'm still missing a card here. Even though apparently I have them all. So, that is kind of weird. I don't know, I'm just going with this card now. It's basically like my Fortis leader card because I can clean up any weather effect. And I don't really want to use any of the other weather cards. Let's just have a casual game. I don't need to overthink all the finer points of this deck just yet. Okay, I really only need 1 master card of any kind for my starter hand. So let's get rid of the vampire. And the rest looks fine to me. Let's do this. Alright, of course, the northern deck is starting with some spies. Well, I'm going to steal that one from you. And now let's play it. Oh, this is another vampire, which doesn't really help me that much. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's summon all the vampires. This is great. And I do have dandelion, so it can help with that. Let's see, what else do I have? I have more close combat cards, so let's just go all out on this. Alright, so he's giving up on this round. In that case, I will pass as well. And I mean, I have a bunch of pretty strong hero cards, so I am feeling good about this round. Yeah, can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. But I can play my commander's horn on my close combat units later. This should give me a nice boost. Alright. Still doing pretty good, but he has a lot more cards. I could really use a Scorch card right about now. But okay, let's just put the commander's horn in here and let's see what else he has. More siege equipment, of course. Well, I don't know. I suppose I will play him. I can play a clear weather card for no reason whatsoever. So he has 20 more points that he has to beat. Well, this isn't really helping either of us. Oh, well, this is going to help him though. But I think it's not enough. No, I still have more points. Okay, okay, well, I won this. But yeah, this is a very different way to play compared to the Northern Realms deck or the Nilfgaardian deck. So this is something that I have to get used to. Anyway, now that we did this, let's see if we can find our fist fighters, which is probably in this general direction. Let's have save and find the fight master, or the bookie.
You've come to fight Olaf. He's long awaited a worthy opponent.
Well, apparently you have a real arena here.
These tourneys are usually held on street corners, in taverns at best.
Oh.
Got a real arena here.
Built thanks to another's generosity. Berna Brand donated her jewels.
All right. Where's Olaf?
He'll show, soon as he's got an opponent.
Okay, well, he has one now.
I want to face Olaf.
Fist fighting's a Skelliger tradition. And here on Skellig, that tradition's damn near hallowed.
Okay, I get it, but why is that?
What makes your tradition special?
Warrior by the name of Duns Ursus once lived on Skellig. Fought monsters with his bare hands. Tourneys held in his honor.
Okay, I see. So, I will fight as though my life depended on it. Let's do it.
I'll fight as though my life depended on it.
What do they call ye?
Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia. Enter the arena. Emerge victorious, and you'll have the honor to face the champion of champions.
Oh, there's yet another one that I have to face. So, beating the champion of Skellig is not enough. They're still the champion of champions. Alright, well, let's deal with this champion first.
Fighting is our sacred tradition. The blood spilt in this arena bears witness to the clan's strength. The victor today will be champion. Yet any who is bold enough to fight is already a hero.
What the hell? Is this an actual bear? Apparently Olaf is a bear. And I'm supposed to fist fight a bear, apparently. Well, that is going to be interesting. Let's try to stay behind Olaf. It's kind of funny that people, the audience is scared of the bear.
Damn, you're ugly.
And I'm going to assume this is actually a bear, not, you know, a berserker, right? But I think I can handle this. Well,
You defeated Olaf. 'Twas a fair fight.
it was almost unbearable. And whatever cheesy bear pun you can think of. So, I defeated your bear. Who is the champion of champions?
Anyone else out there I could fight?
You've defeated everyone there was to defeat in Skellige. Makes you champion of the Isles. Take pride, friend.
Okay, but you told me that there's another one.
I've had my eye on you. Tremendous potential.
Okay.
Would you consider dropping these amateur hayseed thumps? Fighting professionally, perhaps?
You mean I give up my Witcher job and become a professional fist fighter?
Not sure I know what you mean.
I seek someone who has what it takes to dethrone the champion of champions. A certain Skelliger now holds the title. I believe you alone stand to beat him. Ask yourself, am I man enough to sail to Skellige and throw down the gauntlet to the champion of champions?
I am in Skellige, so why not?
I can sure as hell try.
Excellent. There's an arena on the Isle of Speakerog. That is where the current champion of champions fights. I shall warn them you're on your way to issue a challenge. Farewell.
So I have to go to yet another island. Champion of champions. Why is this a level 11? We already got up to level 30. This is so weird. But you know, now I'm really quite interested in finishing this. So sure, let's go to Speakerog and fight the champion of champions. And I mean, I will come back to this island at some point, because I still have the tower quest and stuff to explore. But I wanna finish the fist fighting. So let's go to Speakerog and have a look at that mysterious champion of champions.
Vagabond.
Alright, so apparently our champion of champions fight is in that arena that we saw before. So who do I have to talk to here?
Something I've always wondered. What do the witches do?
Not somebody in here.
Hey there.
This guy.
Oh, the mutant, eh? Don't make a face. It's good you're one. Ordinary bloke never stand a chance against the champion of champions. You have come to challenge him, haven't you?
Well, yes, that's why I'm here. Tell me about him.
Anything I should know about my opponent? Had to fight a bear earlier. Bit surprised.
Go with him. He'll lead you where you need to go.
Yeah, what could possibly top a bear?
Behold, the champion of champions.
Where? I don't see him.
A rock
Oh.
troll. A very well-developed rock
It's
troll.
a troll. Okay,
This supposed to be a fist fight?
That's something new.
Fists. Course, we provide a dignified funeral, observing the rituals of the Challenger's Creed.
How nice of you. But it's a troll.
Current champion's a troll. Everybody all right with that? No one's got a problem?
Why would they? He's an honourable troll. Came and said he wanted to fight, and the previous champion agreed. That'd be Zama, known also as Sandylocks. And he got the name even before the troll planted him in the dirt head first.
Troll have a name?
We wager he does, but he'll not reveal it till he's defeated. He's a troll errant, see?
Okay.
Won't say much if he doesn't survive that fight.
Aye, fair enough. But I wager he don't imagine he'll lose. And maybe, as he's a troll, he don't imagine much at all. Doubt logic's his strong suit.
Okay, fair enough. I think the Skelligers are trying to troll me, like literally, but I will fight your troll.
I want to fight the champion of champions.
What do they call ye?
Geralt of Rivia. I'm ready to fight.
Geralt of Rivia, time to begin.
Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go and do this. Okay, I can do some damage. And well, he's doing a lot of damage too. But interestingly enough, this seems to work more like a normal fight. Like I can apparently eat food to heal. So I should probably make use of this opportunity. Otherwise, this would be very difficult. And you know, I can roll and stuff like that. This actually makes it easier for me. This isn't like traditional fist fight. Alright, let's take some potions too. I mean, I need to make up for the fact that he's a damn rock troll and his skin is like made out of rocks. Fight good, yeah. Thank you. Alright, I think I can do this. Oh, careful. And one more time. And we're almost there. There we go. This is so weird.
I did it.
Geralt of Rivia, you've defeated the champion of champions in fair combat. Earned the right to bear the title yourself. This very eve, I'll send word to the four corners of the world. The title is yours, as is the champion's prize.
Alright, and well, apparently the troll did survive. I'm actually relieved. So I hope you're not sad that you're no longer the champion. Oh, this is your name? I see. Well, good fight. Anyway, now that I've finished this quest too, I think this is a good opportunity to end the episode. And yeah, the remaining quests and the unexplored territory in Skelliger, I think I will leave this for a later day. I will come back here to, have a look at these spots over here and the island over here. But tomorrow I will go back to the continent and I will start the next main story, which is Ugly Baby. Well, actually it says it takes place in Kaer Morhen, but first of all I need to go to the Baron Sergeant and ask for Uma. So, yeah, I think this is a good end to the episode. We are champion of champions, and it was an interesting fight. So, as usual, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.